terms of decision making and sexual decision making in Namibia, I would say the woman probably has zero opportunity to make any type of decision.
Namibia, called the land of the brave, is a large and sparsely populated country in Africa's southwest coast. It is the 5th largest country in Africa. With only 2 million inhabitants, it is the 2nd least densely populated country in the world. Still, Namibia has close to a dozen of different ethnic groups. The most numerous, the ethnic group of the Ovambos, were very active in the struggle for the liberation of the country. The people of the Ovambo ethnic group historically had occupied the northern part of Namibia, place known as Ovamboland. Even though Ovamboland only covers 6% of the territories of Namibia, as many as 48% of the population has installed in the area, most of them being from the Ovambo tribe. Namibia is a land of contrast, great deserts with chilling coast, a cohabitat of primitive and modern cultures, a country with deep traditions, and a progressive reformed constitution, a history of great victories and great battles. But they are still fighting their hardest battle yet, with the epidemic of AIDS. And like in every war, there is a sector that is always affected more. The people from Ovambo ethnic group focused on their future, ready to overcome and forget decades of inequalities suffered during the apartheid to progress as a nation and as a culture. Nevertheless, Ovamboland has had to make front with other endemic problems. With 25% of HIV incidents in their population, it is a territory that also struggles with other added problems such as poverty, constant droughts, unemployment, sudden floods, and the high percentage of orphans and widows due to the deaths caused by the virus. In Oshiwambo, the local language of the Ovambos, the word meme means, at the same time, mother and woman. It's a word that captured hundreds of years of tradition, which symbolizes respect and veneration to the key figure in their community. It's a culture where family is a major priority. The man is the head of the house. Yet the memes could be seen as the hands and feet. Still, the memes are the most affected by the virus. In a country where polygamy was banned since the Christianity arrived with the first missionaries, the men keep maintaining polygamous behaviors, having stable relationships with several women at once, with the difference that now it's done in secrecy. That, added to their resistance to practice safe sex, sums up a dangerous equation.
Jina lange ametuliki hashongo. Ndine dola milonga nena nanu. Ame mwene unkalimo mwishakati. Ndino unona uliune. Ndino umbolange mwene no hanjirango kwa mwene. Kandino nsamane inyandi hokanwa. anjiri mbuno mbuto edura diri mlongo nane. Odura tete ndache kwa milongo ongo ina heali. Natameka kuyake pango maveri avari na nano nokonjiri fione. Odura njono maveri avari no milongo ongo ina heali. Hinda kona konma tete pondi moniko mbuto. Onda kwa iki mono hinda tara kuchong holike wangi ngunda kara nae hii humbata nawa shosha tuarange kuma kona kono handi moniko mbuto nokuja mono ndelo na mwera kuchonda moniko mbuto ngeno na yae ashike ina hala kwa anya kwa tara kujanya ndipo bika shisho shiti nokuja mono shaka eta ike tutuku kese nae ame handi kalele handi linge umbolange eta mono povali nkwetu.
I think in the past it would have been termed as polygamy because it was openly accepted, it was openly done. You brought the woman in from another place into your house. She would live with your wife in the homestead, she would have her own kitchen, she would cook in a different place, she would have her own children. The wives would work together in the mahango field and they would work together and support each other. And they would actually become like sisters. However, nowadays, I don't think that it is polygamy in that sense because it's undercover. And often it's called stealing, where the man will be expected to go out and take other women and really do what he likes sexually. As long as he still comes home at night to that wife, then she knows that he loves her. However, obviously that has multiple risks for women and also the whole family, you know.
In terms of, they try to justify it and they say it's polygamy. Well, if you look at polygamy, there's a very thin line in polygamy and multiple concurrent partnership because they say in polygamy at least you have what they call zero grazing. You sleep with two women, only those two women because you are married to them.
Multiple concurring partnership is a term too well known in Namibian culture. It is frequently seen how men maintain relationships with more than one woman, and often women, especially in the north, accept with resignation.
Kakala pone na nkwetu mwe na tango ndakamona na yokana andi lombwere na tango kucha po imope no mbuto mara inahala kushuda koka tumono no kana ngono kino mbuto nae na tango kucha mono otatu kukana esha hina hala kuda shashi na shatashi popyo mbuto kucha mono ndi kale like ka hindiri fione na kucha ondi ile like amandike.
We might accept it and we might not condone it, but we might we suffer with it, you know. I think that women accept it because they don't have another choice. But if they had a choice, they would like to have a faithful man.
Not only do they hide their status, they maintain their unsafe sex practices, and many times they knowingly infect their wives. Most of the time, when the woman realizes her threat, it is already too late.
Ya ndiri o mfiekadi o samano ngakuri mo mondo ebri mo pero mo ino milongo hetatu mo ino milongo ina hetatu ano ndiri mfiekadi durati yo noma na nabeife ndino no na urione o wadu tano ndeka mo o ka kolako ya mo ino ndiri mfiekadi o andiru bono mbuto yo HIV AIDS andiru bono mbuto durati yo nongo no wai paife no kuti ya o kwa nda homborwa kom samano isipasha kenako nandi kanada shibanari kucha samano kwa ya hombora nari ya kondekeshi mwanango niko ni mafimbo opoto anga tuli pamwe nari kucha kwa ya hombora nari no kukati wa etafi no kana kae takafi ya samano kwa ya mununo na beri bane no mwakwatelwa bange beri babali nde o peifa bishe beri batatuka bakulako kakele kwa kangeko kamwe ya koni mafimodekesha mwanane kucha o msamano kwa ya hombora nani no nkuru kadita kwa sako ko mto HIV AIDS.
They don't want to be the only ones with the virus. That is the most common given answers to most of the men. I don't want to be the only one affected. If I have it, why can't she have it, you know?
Men's approach to HIV and their control over women's sexual practices is benefited by a society where women depend on men in all senses. The men, also culturally supported, especially in rural areas of Ovamboland, with the belief that married women are not supposed to refuse sex to their husbands.
If you refuse it, then why? Why would you do that? You're the wife. Why would you do that? If your husband is infected, obviously there are various other implications that would enter the whole equation. But the problem at this point is that many women are not in the position to say no, because if they say no, that's it. They're thrown out the house, their children are out of school, they've got no food, because women are so dependent on men.
Ondati muyase ko utanikira ndi kuchota tambolande tasiketa ndikanje mbuto ko vanhu vamwe very so nepakara tuli ngaho no samana pakara ngongika ule ufimbo le diri heali nde kapali pe pakati ketu kapali awene manguko okulombera kwao kucha ongalo yafanana peni tokali tuli ngaho tukamona ne okana ketoko tete okatarwa keno mbuto ndera ndokana kali kelipo ka pena okwita turuku nsamana kwa ita turuku natango kupatruka ila ndomberenge kucha okunombuto.
For those who live with HIV, the social stigma is enough to leave women without strength to have a voice in society, needed to fight the discriminations and struggles of living with the disease.
Ndakango iholo lepo benyandi dinekera uneno veliko kule no bachibikire bangi bamwatiri aneke no kuli ndaholo ya kucha ondino mbuto yo HIV/AIDS ndo bantu bange mweno familia yange kakwa ndiro mbwera chasisi ndamuna kuto nombuto tete amenda nda withdraw ame ndamu kako ko bantu ame ndakala ko kule no bantu ndo kucha ngenge pa moshi shiba pamotaka kala batondange ndeka moni kuno ndakala na iwoleke fimbali sholo oso no kule sheketi fa eso lokana kange chachoka nuka kwali keli komito to kwa fimboni alti hadi futuro ma objeshi ya 5 ko hadi futuro ma objeshi ya 5 ko mwedi ndo ndakala keshana ndingeno ndina kwa handi tatwa yandi deula ndikideula kwa South Africa omito haiti holek so chanti no kana kucha handi kafire omjeti holek.
Nowadays, in Namibia, women have recognized the importance of testing and are the principal engine that promotes the HIV status knowledge in the society.
From my experience, women get tested more than men. For a man to come to the hospital, even for another illness, any other illness, it takes them to get really sick. But for a woman, even if a minor illness, they'll rush to the hospital. Some men, for example, in my country, would think that rushing to the hospital is something like for a person who's weak.
O meme of then have yago testinga, o that the woman that they are go, she let me mad to Jagodinian positive, or Pohegate to Ambula.
But in a culture where men have the power of decision-making in terms of sexual practices, the task of eradicating AIDS seems to be challenged.
In terms of decision-making and sexual decision-making in Namibia, I would say the woman probably has zero opportunity to make any type of decision. A lot of the time, women in Namibia, through no fault of their own, are often in very dependent situations where they depend on men economically, they depend on men in every sense of the word, practically as well, because often they're giving them a place to live. Often the man culturally is to be served and the women are, not always, but generally more submissive and they're taught to serve. So that's also difficult, but when it comes to sex is a topic that is not discussed openly ever. So basically when it comes to decision making, the decisions are made by the man, when it happens, where it happens, how it happens.
Even though many women cannot decide their sexual practices, being infected will cause them to be marginalized and will be stigmatized, not only by society, but their own families.
Onkali mo chakati morukanda washikango ondavalelwa mukundo kaleki ngaye mwene ondina uno na uluwali okamatino kakadhona uno na wanje mbono andikala nawa megumbo ona andirumbuno mbuto mono ndamonikwa mo 2005 mondako na akonwa ndako akonwa andi pulwa kucha ya mukuro yanje otandike kitambulako nonditera kucha otandikitambako ngashijiri oshali oshivivu kungae shono noko nlingoloko pono kuwanje anto yari yatondanje no yali yashundura idina yanje mo familia yanje ondakambagara nokuyilombwera ndo familia yanje yakara tango manga ya mwena ashike mwemeko sheri okuitekanje nokwatameke nokulira kusha wai chiko chiki tapuranje ngandati ai kandishiwo ya mukuru warande kulombwera kushanga ingino tandiri muno mbuto ukwazi kuza mpono nokuitekanje shaitekanje nokoni methimbo ukwanda tameke tandende tandimrombwere ngakushangwa meme ngayo ndapumbwa esiro chimpuyo nondapumbwa efimbo alishokutonatewa.
Many times, women decide to take matters into their own hands and get their medications. Men are usually more resistant to adhere to medication.
Men are likely to opt to stop their medications. They are the people who fall out of, they are the most likely to default. A man wants to be a man. He thinks taking medication is somebody who is weak. And a man would rather go, for example, out to drink than come to the hospital.
The resistance to maintain medication use implies less expectancy of life to men compared to women. The scenario is devastating. It's the drama of women that inherit the virus, plus a premature widow status, where they have to carry the weight of the family with no source of economical income.
Edina yanje ongaye Benedicta nera gonangoro. Ndiri onkali mogomo mawangati. Ndalinda omborwa mumve maserongo ino milongo ina heali. Moka onholike wanja thiganje pomo mavegali na nano. Ndalinde tunano na eri yali. Matino nkadona kwatetekera. Mama vegali nane. Ndita ndirumbu nombuto. Monono kana kanje ono takarapo nako ko kacheri nako takarumbu nombuto. Ndikushapa ifengiko ndaninga na hoye vulongo na mbalinga mono tadika ningolongo na ndatu.
Ina yanje sterangura. Ndina nona ya tano. Samane wanje kwa indokanma angereki. Siko pasa mama vigari konse. Ngai mwene shondi ndakika matano. Ondiri ongo terumbu nombuto. HIV eburavi yomrongo ndatu ya ondari ngandu vitena ichiri udivushopo ndatameke dari yambara ndise mtima kanje wafika ndipo asikonda karane shungo mwe manta shungu jomwenyo asikonde ndakitavera ndakuvako
kompinga hokuronga ndirongo ngame pya yanje mono ngandi kwa serengano kurandi thuku kionga kambadara na opo ndi monemo iyemo katalo mitidani kwa spangero no kamali waho akapiwa kana kanje kepangero maseregali ashiko mashoni hagetu wanene shawa kusaponga shuni wapa ife uno njaro tozi para ndo kashako kepungu pihupisire poesha wana
kandi moni yemo kandi nasemo kandi mona chachiyemo yorongo ara mipsa mwara ndi mono iye mwanje mo kuchoko kuja kuno nanje kuchoko chike kufewa haya ndi ngafo kwa mtwana ati ngeona ndo kafe othinganeo amwe munapofewa kono ndi nano nanje yakakosho ukutwa ukosikora.
Aside from the social implications that being infected brings to a woman, the psychological effect is traumatic. This has caused the figure of the counselor to appear, most of which are HIV-infected women who are trying to redo their lives and not surrender before the disease.
Ngamwene sho beta me kontewa ndaka ndi mono ndino umpithi nge chotu ochayo chidhiwu kurombelele o family ochayo chidhiwu no ndali ndawa ndapatwa ko stressa ndapwa konse wapako handi kalike teriri
oh ai ndali mangani shimwanga ate piti ponje ngatandigarukiremo natango tandiyamba ngandipura omukulu kati kutya meme mukulu ndino apenjojo ngai chanje shijana nengo ya kwetu ai tato ngweria ngatato ngai ufemia nekundi atati yoyo ndakala pomanga monte mwena ndimtara ashike shindazi hono shidhigo gwandi megumbo muga ndakala mangure oshuke wara mokateriri ndino kupora kurombera ngini uno na wanje ndino kurombera ngino familia yanje otandende ngini
ngaro okutamba kwethimbo ndiyo mbuto spako nakono haro dhigu kungae no megumbo yetu omwali mwaka nombiri pokati ketu nonholike mono ndaindira no madhiladhilo gokwikuthana mwenyo
ashike petame koshokwa ndarombera uno na wanje wali tauliri shasho sharo shidhigo nai showataranje nota upolanje kusha meme ngini atubona weta shitinani nganda tondi munanje ashiko nkara mwenyo yanje epera njo tiri mu nkara mwenyo yanje aishe kaishigeti iri mu konene
no komiti to vena ko indatira kono kuli peta mga ko indalo miti nande sasa kwa ike imono sha matuma mputenga henya anu baba chini maiti kuchangenga bamwe na ndano miti bamwe na mweke lyangandi mungabiri ngao
bisimbondoka uyo no wali uno oshoni no miti tatuke ditara ko kakirinika ketu yako CDC otuliko tafa twatira no amono nkwenywara no sizimani no are kumone
sawa rombere no pazi mowe kalinga diripo umotaki ainani chewi nje nanchara chinombuto nanchara na chewi o chinombuto
nokuzapa no ndai mu familia yanje andirombero familia yanje njono ano haisire njo shimpuyo no handi ipandora.
The women in Namibia characterize themselves by focusing and standing up to the problem once they discover their condition. It could take years until they decide to talk openly of the disease, but once they start talking, they lose fear and there is no turning back.
Yeah, ndeke ndakata megane hikopi ndamanguru ka irombera anu kucha wondina o omboto HIV eza umusheketa bono kuli ndi shitre na akuru no bange ndaishiri no na bange chiveri mumbo haituleke no kutumokana kange no kuli kucha eterengo mititango do dinodo ilota nkana kango kutakati mu kifange kucha ai me mwana ngo mitidoye na sho zakapange ni emanguru ko linene
yeah ka umekanje ngono hatu inaye mo friend yanje shono ano omiti ganjeza no handimu handi di trash ke pokata fura ma sha esundokea otat ai kende bono ashi ngai ono nge tandirumbo na mbuto ni teraka sha shi handi uhoreke na ndoka shona ka handi mrombere kusha ngameme ngatandi momiti ganjeli nderengere hasho nenita tuvuro kutsekira komeshona ngweka.
The struggle with HIV still has a long way ahead. Historically, NGOs and international organisms approach the community with a paternalistic dialogue, pretending to have a solution to the problem without making the community part of the solution. Under this strategy, the rate of HIV persisted to shrink.
We told them what to do in terms of HIV, and that was a problem, I think, for us, because I think we were supposed to educate people in a way that they feel they are part and parcel in the fight against HIV. We told them, don't have an unprotected sex, use a condom, without really making them part of the dialogue as to what is the benefit.
Yeah, I think generally women are very unaware of their rights pertaining to, well, human rights actually, sexual rights, marital rights, financial rights. I think that women have less opportunities because they don't know about things, and I think that it's up to us really to educate and make sure that women are aware of what they're entitled to in terms of maintenance from husbands, in terms of inheritance, in terms of sexual rights, about rape in marriage, HIV transmission.
The collective of the Namibian women in Ovambaland set themselves an objective: to leave their kids a country without HIV. They joined forces and organized themselves as support groups. They shared information about HIV and supported the community. This is when local and international organizations discovered the power in these women, and these groups started to proliferate. The community respects them and hears their testimony. Their quality of life has improved considerably, and every day there are more and more people affected with HIV that contact these support groups. The different NGOs operating in the country begin to observe them and realize that they are the key to success in the struggle with HIV, and begin to provide them with tools they need to exercise a change in the community. Tuliki works as a volunteer, giving domestic medical care to HIV patients through her support group Otto, one of the most active in Namibia.
Yo kandiwe teno hombuto ngango shihole kwa shanyi mkundo mohande nale moshiwana handi shipo mowele shana mbuto HIV ongionda pumbwa natango njikale ndebalombwela lela kucha amemwena ndafika mapeni pondidule kubapuyele.
Rebecca is president of Tonata, a network that gathers 360 support groups and 4,000 infected with HIV, and also is a caregiver to a group of HIV-affected and/or infected orphans.
Ndilonge no banyasha chocho ngaho ngaspeke ngaho nde bitakitana no kuyame eskola okupukuro banyasha hapo ninaitabelo kucha ngenge ondanje o banyasha bamunu yere luri munjira ilonge ngonda pukuro banyasha nena o ilonge ngo banyasha bamono ondunge kukupa mochipanga ngifyo HIV AIDS nena o Namibia takitalina onakuiwili komesha.
Benedicta and Esther are founders of Nigeno Hayana Support Group, where they share information of HIV, which has raised considerably the life expectancy of their members.
Tatu rombwerenga mpo omwene konkunda kuchotara kutota po support group hanu batarumbu nombuto nampo shasho tuli mumwe nambe itarumbu ponga nayo tatu iwetheremo nayo mbo
Sidi ngero wa mwene wagete kupakwe.
Ufemia is a member of Otto. She uses it as a platform to help the community, that same community that insulted and marginalized her and her children. If you hear her words, you will not find a trace of bitterness or grudge.
Nokoni methimbo ndea nawa shindea nawa ngino ndata megono kurombera ya kwetu na ndonde mwadamo straight am otandi mrombere kucha my friend fika mandeto iko shikubangero.
Tuliki has also started a crusade in one of the taboo topics in Namibia, talking to children about HIV, which is prohibited even if the child is infected.
Kakwa ngakelina konombo okenombuto oshonyo tatara pansuru wakala wetu kucha oshima shanyi komirele oshiholekwa okana okapunga okulombwero nuwa wako poka hatanda belife ombuto njono ile kadule kukwafera mkwangwe nombuto
Sha ulipongo ndio yambili sana. Ushiri na madira dero wakaka. Keni oba nawa. Uwe wa manguruka kuna nando chaka ndiwa. Mbali shori warana. Bueno hiyo kara uno mai progress. Omurashi.
The support groups are composed by 90% of women. They believe men should join the battle they are starting to win.
Ya kareta lupiswako. Sasweli koni. Kayuviteko. Yo ta tandelitana. Na he mengutu. Ya uvuyere.
For many years, society sentenced the HIV-infected to a life in death. To find a romantic partner or to plan to have a child was something prohibited to them. These women have discovered that their disease should not limit them. Ufemia has redone her life with an HIV-positive boyfriend, and they have a relationship like any other.
handikana ndopfete naikushi umurashikete yamukutiranje ashike paifo kuigiranje no haya mukuranje mbara sha manoka yeseno sande ntumina kaya specimen warara pomeme nawa ya ashike onduvitu ugumbu umuro ashon o kandino upyakaviwasha kandina waru upyakaviwasha nandai.
The reproductive rights of HIV-infected people have been questioned throughout the years. But with the right precautions and with accessibility to information, the disease does not have to limit them. With the right medical supervision through the pregnancy and birth, the child will not be born infected.
Itakutanwa shimikane ndino mbuto itatuvuro tete punona otatuvuro kuota punona wetu ngashika ndio otatu etapote urongekidha shashi uno na paifo wakoshondiro uno na paife one irongo inji.
Letting people know what are their rights and they can have a child whenever they want, whenever they choose, with whoever they choose. And I think it's so important that we try to make sure that people know about it and know about family planning services and know about how to look after themselves.
Approximately 1 out of 3 pregnant women in Namibia are infected by the virus. The doctors try to defend the reproductive rights of the women.
Mapese ngengo unete lolo o unombuto kaisho shimashi juu shashoa menma tutrukumono kana koe kena shombuto tutrukumono kana koe kena mbuto takagei gelino
Okara mwenye anje paife ngiko ili na washashi otandilie bana no mkhorike wanje shasho tubite sana hapo seno hota praninga pokweta kono kana na keka so taturumbo.
Women and mothers that resist in being segregated by the society because of their disease, leaving behind any resentment to the man that infected them, to instead focus their efforts so that the disease ends in them.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kashinda changika. Ayo chidi. Ay. Oh, andala no kukanu kom timbu ya guli na ndomre. Duwe ara gutike. Ashonda pandur. No meme oh. No mtingo kutiki unuka. Na tuli na tatu mwe ehungomwe. Tatu pandur. Katuri wepevi. Itatusi kakuna weso.
Women who fight for their families with the most powerful weapon they have, their voice.
Omeme otapongwa kulonga onga o bafili shisho washiwana opotukale tune ngono tufile oshisho o bakwetu shetukale o hatulongo potukale katuno hepo shetukale katuno njala opoka tukale ike hetulipo otueteke kuchangeno otuikolela monno kucha ngeno nandolo meno ngakandino lomeno ihandidolo kuhupa ndahala kuyanje tungala kandino kucha o meme tukale ni tuneni ngono
Ashikengai onda tokora kusha itandiko jifana ndio kwa iti sai rifendi ongandi no kuiruisha ita inyengenje shashi ongandi shoruturanje mwe ndandi vurukuru kondorola kungamweni
kapena shiju kabilo kapena oshima shi iroshiwa tahashi aneta shikalelele eisho haya ndete piti pomayo mikifinale daliko ndeta dimoneno mitina tango ngengo tatelela.
Women who give dignity to hundreds of ears that contemplate the word. Meme.
Jangan. Davandura hey, davandura hey, davandura hey, davandura memenade, davandura memenade, davandura memenade, davandura memenade. Yaro.